we live?
Okay, we're live.
Hi.
You guys see, look how like tilted down it is. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
We decided that we needed a bigger chair so that we could actually sit together.
You have no idea what I went through to get this chair just for this moment.
Hi, everybody. This thing is actually surprisingly very comfortable. Just don't really know what to do with my legs because they're not quite reaching. Okay.
All right, Tuesday Talks, 10
Yes.
minutes.
Yes.
We're going to continue our conversation about safer products from last week. And so many of you guys wrote in and had like such good questions. I feel like we're so far away.
We are. Gotta get the full impact of the chair. We can't see anybody that's writing anything, so we'll answer your questions.
I'll try to get
afterwards.
out of the chair in a little bit and look. So feel free to ask.
It takes a few minutes to get up, though.
Yeah, ask questions if you want. But you guys had some really good questions about some recommendations, and then we'll finish our list off from last week, and we'll try to go as fast as we can because we could keep going. I mean, we could probably do this every single week, which is fun actually because I actually learn about new brands too. Okay.
We're just gonna sleep in this thing tonight. It's actually surprisingly comfortable when you're by yourself.
What are you saying?
And our friend Leah, if you're watching this,
you sold me on it, Leah.
Our friend Leah modeled in this chair. All right, where should we start?
Go ahead.
Okay, so somebody had asked about chapstick, actually.
Oh yeah, chapstick with SPF, which Beauty Counter used to make one, but now they don't. Oh, what's this one? Ooh.
So I know you can't see this obviously, but I can post a picture of it later. So I got this one. I have tried so many. So there's a company called Raw Elements. It's a Rhode Island-based company that makes a great. Their ingredients are great. They're just a little bit chalky, and they.
I know that. I didn't know that was a Rhode Island-based company.
I think there's Rhode Island roots. I think they're like in Florida, but they're Rhode Island-based.
Yeah.
So anyway, I tried them. I tried a bunch of other ones. They're all really chalky. And then I found this one. So this is from Salt and Stone. Their website is saltandstone.com. I can post a picture of it too. But so I bought this at a local surf shop here in Rhode Island last summer, and I love it. So it's not super chalky. I'm not going to peel back the ingredients right now because it'll take forever, but it is a good one. I think it's either zinc oxide or titanium. Dioxide, yeah. And yeah, so I really like this one.
That's good to know. I could use one.
And I'll share that.
Because I use the Beauty Counter face stick on my lips.
Oh yeah, that's actually not a bad one.
No, it's actually quite good. But if you're just like for a chapstick, then you're just kind of,
And it's not chalky. Like it doesn't leave your lips like super white. A lot of the other ones that I've tried just leave you with like a really like white lip, which is a little intense.
Yeah. What about hair? Okay, we got asked about hair dyes.
Oh yes.
Which I haven't dyed my hair in a couple years, mainly because I have been traveling and it's too hard upkeep. Yeah. So,
and I haven't dyed my hair in probably, I don't know, maybe a year or two. But there was one brand that you talked about, right?
Well, Madison Reed, when people have asked me this before, I'm like, I don't really have a great recommendation, to be honest, because I don't know that there is quite one that is like perfectly clean that I'm like, this is it, you guys, like I'm sold. But Madison Reed tends to be like cleaner, and I think that they are just a little bit more conscious.
Are they a home dye?
I think they're home dye, but I think some salons also carry them. And then, did you have one too?
So someone had recommended to me a couple years ago a company called Hairprint. I haven't personally tried it, but I heard it's good if you have darker hair. I've heard it's good. So it's actually like meant to cover grays, but it has something to do. It's a safer option. It does something where it like mimics the pigments of your hair.
Oh, cool.
So it actually like masks it immediately. I don't know exactly how it works, but if you look into that one, I've heard really good things about that one.
Yeah. So I think in that case, and in a lot of cases, it's like if you don't have sometimes we don't have the best options, but it's like just do the best you can. Yeah. And so maybe those are two worth looking into for.
And honestly, if you're watching this and you know of any good ones, I know there are. I hear children. I know that there are. They're not ours. I don't know who's there. There are some good brands out there. I know because I have friends who have like talked about going to a salon that uses safer products. So I can certainly ask around too. But if anybody knows of any, definitely share them here in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you have like other things that you want to share share them because I know a lot of people that reference these. I know a lot of people that took our recommendations last week, which were really great.
Lots of orders last week.
Yeah, there were some the referral links are great. Thanks, guys. I was like, I'm glad we did that. Okay, I have one self tanner. So I honestly haven't used a self tanner in a while, and so this one's a bit old, maybe a couple years. So I don't know how long they actually last. But I will say I found this one years ago, and it's still probably my favorite as far as safer ingredients. Again, I don't know that there is one that is just like perfect, but this I would say is the best, and it doesn't leave you orange. And it's called Beauty by Earth Self Tanner.
No, they have it on Amazon.
Yeah, on Amazon.
It's going to take half our video just for you to get up and down.
Okay, so that's the one. So it's, I mean, the first ingredient is water, organic aloe, shea butter.
I remember learning something about the self tanners a couple years back, and everyone recommends this in like the safer beauty world.
Yeah.
But there was some specific ingredient to avoid. I don't know what it was off the top of my head, but
yeah, I know, and I think you'd really do. I think they're still like the verdict's still out on some stuff. But I will say, like compared to anything else I've seen out there, there was one called like Caribbean something at one point that was decent. But besides those two, I've not seen like a safer self tanner option. And this one actually like looks really good too. So, okay, there you go. Beauty by Earth. What else do you have?
All right. Someone had requested like home fragrance. So one of the hardest things for me to give up was candles, because I love candles. But I gave them up many years ago. And to be totally honest with you, I don't know a lot about like soy-based candles that are made with essential oils. If I were to make it at home, I probably would trust it. I still don't quite feel comfortable with them. I have like one candle at home that's like a soy
I'm like
something wax, and it's like from a local company. So like I'll light it maybe every once in a while, but for the most part, I use essential oils. So I'm pretty partial to Young Living. You know, I'm not going to go into oils a whole lot, but I just diffuse oils constantly. So I brought two today. One is grapefruit and one is lime. This is a combination that I love lately. I think just for the summer, it's like really.
Oh, that sounds good.
It just smells really good.
I like some of their blends too.
Yeah.
And I think doTERRA has some pretty good oils too. But I would say that too. Like if I'm trying, like when we first got back to the States, I was diffusing some oils, like purifying the air, like the air purifier one.
Yeah, purification one's good.
I like that one too. So I would say oils are probably the best way to go for that.
And there's lots of like little tricks too that you could do, like if you don't want to diffuse or if you don't have a diffuser. One thing that I like to do when I'm vacuuming my house is, you know how you get that like stinky air from the vacuum filter? You put a little drop of like lemon oil or something like that that's like a purifying oil, and you vacuum up. You put it on like a piece of like toilet paper and you vacuum it up, and then it just like, that's what kind of like blows through the filters of your vacuum, so it gives you like a nice smell throughout the house.
That's such a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna try that. The other thing too is sometimes I would drop like a couple drops of lemongrass or some like essential oil in the shower. So like when it's steamy, it like really smells like you're kind of in a spa, even though you're just in your shower.
And if you cook, another thing that you can do, I learned this back in my catering days, you can take like lemon or orange peels and like rosemary and just get like a cast iron skillet and like basically just like cook them, and it like sets out like a really nice aroma too.
Ooh, that sounds good too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, a brand that I learned about from Lindsay Dahl, who we talked about last week, who recommends brands from time to time, is this brand. It's a hair care brand called Inner Sense. So I just started to try them. What I like is that they have these travel size bottles, so like you can like really try things, you know. And most of the time, like I don't use that much like product, especially when it's like product for my hair. Like if you can't tell, my hair is I haven't done my hair in a few days since I last washed it. Which was
I also have not. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
But I really do like this. This is a volumizing foam, which I really like. The conditioner, I have to say, smells like when I go to like Paris and I'm in like a hotel there, it smells like that. Even though they don't use fragrance, they don't use like the term perfume fragrance.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's very soapy smelling.
I don't like it.
It smells like soap.
Does it? It smells like
your classic soap. Like
smells like
dial.
Paris hotel room to me. But I love this is the shampoo, and I love that.
Ooh, that smells really good.
And I really love this shampoo actually a lot. Okay, but what I wanted to say is that they also have this dry shampoo. And so it says, I think it says, give it a good shake, because I just did. Okay, yeah, please shake well before you use. Okay, I'm just going to shake.
I'm not getting up too hard.
Can you see that? Okay. So, but this is interesting because this is like this kind of dispenser, so it's not like an aerosol spray. And it's like this foamy.
Oh, weird.
That's right. And then...
Very curious about this because I really need a good dry shampoo.
Because like sometimes I just don't want to use like the powders, you know?
Does it feel wet initially?
Yeah, I mean, then it just soaks right up.
Interesting.
But it's not like a powdery. I mean, like you could tell like a little lift.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
And that was just like a couple, I mean, I'm sure I could give it like a lot more volume, but there you go. And not only like a little lift, but I don't know, like it really seems to work. So actually I prefer this over anything else I've used. I still don't think it's like perfect in the sense of like, you know, I think everybody loves like the dry bar, right? Yeah. Like that one that like really like, I don't know, people love that one.
The living proof one is like
the living proof. Oh yeah. But like
so bad though.
Man, when people spray that around me, I'm just like my head is just like pounding. I'm just like, please don't. So hopefully someday somebody will come up with something better. But I think this is a pretty good option. I mean, actually, I'm kind of like, all right.
Yeah. No,
that's good. Okay, so that's so I did. Oh, and they have a sea salt spray too, which I like. I like it, and I've been using it. It's like a Himalayan sea salt spray to add texture. Oh my gosh, are we seriously done? 10 minutes. Okay, go.
I'm gonna do a couple of them really quick. Perfume. So I think someone asked about perfume.
Yep.
I won't go into too much detail here, but there's a company called Fleur, Phlur, and again, we can post some pictures of these after. You can order a 3-pack. Please show Vanna White. We can post some pictures of the little ones, but you get like a sampler set. You order a sampler set. I think it's like $18.
Oh,
you get
cool.
3 of those mini ones.
Okay.
So you can try 3 different scents, and then when you're ready to buy, you pick the one that you like.
That's
you can apply. You get $18 off the full size bottle.
See that? Okay.
And that they smell amazing. They are one of the safer options, I believe, as far as safety goes. Lindsay Dahl actually talked about this, and I think they were like her second pick for like the safest options out there. I think Henry Rose, which is super expensive, was the first pick.
I like that.
Hanami. I think Hanami's my favorite. Yeah, Hanami and Moab are my favorites. And that's nice because we have like little travel size ones.
Yeah.
I don't wear it very often.
I don't wear, but it's good to have because I feel like that's the other thing. We have like a body oil that has like a nice scent. The rosemary one that I used to wear when I kind of wanted to like have a Russian scent. But I mean that's like a true perfume.
Yeah,
that's a really good.
And option. It lasts. It's okay. And I'll just do 2 more. I'm gonna skip the bug spray because then we can do that another time. Dish soap. So I think someone asked about this, or maybe we just talked about it. The reason I want to talk about this one, so this is from Better Life. So this is a dish soap for the sink, not for the dishwasher. And I got the unscented one. So this is a really good example of why you have to be careful and read your labels, because this is a great brand, but they do have some products that are not great.
Yep.
And so when I first found this brand, I was so excited because I was like, yes, like clean dishwashing detergent, clean dish soap. They have hand soap. They have a whole bunch of stuff. But I ordered, and they've got like, some all-purpose cleaners. I ordered something without looking at the label because I had already looked at the label. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it had sure enough, it had something in it that I didn't like, and I don't remember what it was. But the moral of the story with this is that I think that hopefully we get to a point where like these brands that are trying to do better are doing better across the board. But this is one of the things that I love about Beautycounter and why I'm so loyal to the brand, not only because I work for them, but because I don't have to worry about that. And there's only a handful of brands out there that you can say that about, that I don't have to worry about each individual product because of the standard that's set for the entire company is that they will not use these 1,800 ingredients in the formulations.
Yes.
Totally. But this dish soap, I love it. Get the unscented one, and I think there's a couple of other scents that are also safe, but just be careful with which ones you're looking at.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I have are Bandaids, believe it or not.
This is cool.
So,
where did you get these?
Do you want me to get this? Do you want me to help you up? I'm gonna fall on the floor. Okay. Oh my gosh. I have bad knees and ankles that are totally mauled right now. I don't know if you can see these. Actually, I had one on before. But I like the canister. So they're called Patch. So this is probably one of those things. You can see the pattern on here. They have these little pandas like on the actual Band-Aids. And this one is the charcoal one, I believe. So it's, they're not black though. I think this one's the one that has charcoal in it. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, they have different kinds that are for different things. So if you have like a scrape versus a cut, whatever, there's some that have like a soothing element and some that have like a detoxing element. So the charcoal on these is supposed to keep the, this is for abrasions and grazes. So anyway,
cool.
Yeah, so the reason for this though is that probably something that like nobody would ever think of.
Launch backwards.
You would never think of, but like similar to like the razor blade. Like you don't think about the strip on the razor blade and what's in that. Nobody thinks about what's in the adhesive on Band-Aids, but it's actually like they're not great. So this is a safer brand. They come in some cute patterns. You can order. I don't remember where I ordered these from, but maybe on Amazon. Oh, this one has coconut oil. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
This one's
And it's
coconut oil. Patch. P-A-T-C-H.
Okay, I love that. I'm gonna get some of it.
Yeah.
That's news to me, so I love that.
That's all I got.
Well, the other one I'll just mention really quickly because we had it last time too is Dr. Bronner's. I mean, I think we both talked a lot about Dr. Bronner's. I love these like little travel soaps because they're really easy when you're traveling just to have, you know, you only need like a drop.
Yeah.
Because it really, really sets up. I also really love like scrubbing my tub with these. Like while I use Force of Nature to like disinfect everything, I love this to like really get the like grit, the like soap scum
a little bit.
or whatever. Yeah, because it really, really kind of digs into things. So
they're like highly concentrated, so you only need a couple of drops, or you can make other cleaners with them. There's like, you can look on my website. I think there's a
ton of things you can like
tons of recipes. I make our own hand soaps with that at home. Like I make like foaming.
Yep, I've done that before too. So these are really good. There are bar soaps too I've recommended, but I will say this, like I've recommended them with this caveat, like if you're comparing it to Beauty Counter, it's a lot less expensive, but they also just last way less. Like they last like a week or two, then they disintegrate. But they are safer, whereas Beauty Counters will last usually months. Yeah. So you know, you can toss it there. Okay, is that?
I think we're good.
All right, let's just do our
bug spray another time. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, we can do a whole nother one of these like maybe later. So if you have any other things you want to hear about, let us know. We'll do another talk on this maybe in a couple weeks or so.
Yeah. Cool. So my product of the week is the Countermatch Body Lotion. So our Countermatch line is our skincare line. This is one of our body products from that line. And this is like one of those products that I use every day, like every time we get out of the shower.
Yeah.
The kids love it. And
it uses that same technology as the skincare line, which is like it adapts to your skin, giving it the exact amount of hydration that it needs. Yeah. It's a really interesting product. It also is supposed to like smooth out your skin. It has ingredients to smooth out your skin. It's $40, right?
I think, yeah, $39.
Okay, and so if I were a customer and I'd be like, yeah, right, $40 for a body lotion. Yeah. But I am telling you, like, I will switch to other body lotions and then I'll switch right back because my skin is just so much better when I use this.
And a little goes a long way.
Oh, it's very, yes.
Like this lasts me months and I use it on me and the kids. Yeah. Like you need a couple of pumps for your whole body probably. Yeah. It's
not sticky. It's not greasy. It just like, it's really hydrating. This is one that gets reordered a lot from my clients. And so if that tells you anything, like it's worth it. Okay, mine is something that I just reordered for myself because I was like, I tried to make my own when we got here because my skin needed it. And it just was not the same. And so I just like hurried up and ordered this because this is our sugar scrub.
It's like one of my favorite body products.
Our sugar body scrub. Let me come show you guys. And so I'll show it to you. So this is just so good. And like I said, I tried to make my own. I've tried other ones. It's just not the same. Like I will do a full body scrub all over and then put that on. And my skin is just so hydrated, especially after like a day in the sun. Also razor burn. Like this is gold for razor burn. After I am one that like kind of has to shave every day if I want smooth legs. Again, I've told you guys this before. Like I don't actually shave every day, but I like if I shave one day, I will get really bad razor burn if I'm not careful. So if I shave one day and then like the next day it's kind of like growing back and it kind of like gets bumps or anything. If I use this, it will stop that. It'll stop anything from like from like getting bumpy or red or like itchy or anything like that. So yeah,
so
there you go.
hydrating too, like the oil that's left from it.
Yes, I'm gonna look at any comments too.
And it smells so good. It's a lemongrass scent.
Yeah,
it smells amazing.
It's really, really, really awesome. So I highly, highly recommend this one as well. And it will last for a while. Let me launch myself back.
You basically just have to fall into this thing.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. We will end it there.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, let us know.
Yep.
Next week, we will move on to other topics, but we can look back around on these like safer product recommendations in the future because there's lots of Tuesday talks in
Maybe not in this chair because it might be returned.
Yeah, because it's really not practical.
It's so big.
But it's so funny. It makes me laugh. And it gave you a good laugh when you saw it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it appears as big as it is.
It's so much bigger in person than
it's pretty crazy.
it looks.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Bye guys. See you later.